Alright guys, let's get to the scanline effect. This is the bit of code that adds the overall feeling that you're looking into a retro computer or a Pip-Boy. So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and go over to my site here. This is something I've already played around with and it took a while to get right. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it first. The body element has an after pseudo element that is placed over top of all the content. And it needed to be over top of all the content specifically because I wanted the scan lines, to affect everything. And so this is the best way that I've found to do it. Now this isn't really standard web design. So it took me a while to figure out exactly how I should do it. I ended up using a repeating linear gradient that has it's really two rows. One of the rows is transparent and is 2 pixels, and then the other row is, let me zoom in a bit here. The other row is a dark. See, so that dark line right there, that's the, if I can find it over here, that's this color right here that we applied, the RGBA. So let's jump in to this right here and start doing that. So in my Pip-Boy app CSS file here, I'm going to target body after. And now I'm going to set the height to 100%, the width to 100%. Content always needs to be set for pseudo elements. Position is going to be absolute. So the top then is going to be 0 pixels and left is also going to be 0 pixels. And this just ensures that this element starts at the top left corner and then spreads across. Now for right now, let's actually go ahead and put the gradient in there. So the background is repeating dash linear dash gradient. And the first parameter that we need to pass in here is the angle. So in this case, it's just 0 degrees. And now we can start adding our colors. So RGBA 0, 0, 0, and then 0.5. 1 pixel, and then RGBA 000.4 1 pixel. Now we need transparent 1 pixel and another transparent 1 pixel. So if I save this and refresh, we don't really see anything yet. So let's see what's going on. I've got something terribly wrong here. 0 degrees. Oh, the first one was a base color. So the first one we don't add the pixel depth to it. Save this and refresh, and there we go. We've got something happening. Let's have a look over here. So I set transparent 1 pixel and then, transparent 2 pixels on the second one. Otherwise, it just fills it completely, but we wanted that scan line effect, and there it is. So you'll notice that it's quite a bit harder here. So what I'm going to do is just play around with it a bit in the page, see if we can get that looking right. I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably the first one here set to, oh no, you know what it is? It's that we haven't set an opacity on this layer. So that's the second thing that I added to kind of soften the effect and make it blend better. I went ahead and added opacity, 0.3 or 4. It's probably 0.2 actually, but I'm going to set it to 0.3 here. And I'm going to go back into my CSS file if it opens. There we go. 0.3, there we go. Save and refresh, and there is our scanline effect, and that was pretty easy. Now we have a problem, as you can see, as I'm clicking around. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I'm clicking around here, and it's not activating any of these. And so you're going to be learning about something new here. It's called pointer events, and it's a property that you can set to none. So essentially this layer can be clicked through, but first I need to ensure that it's going to be on top of all layers. So as always, z index, and I'm going to set this incredibly high to 1 million. And now I'm going to set pointer dash events none. And this makes it basically a layer over top that it looks like it's over top, but you can click through and you can see the mouse now turning to a pointer. That's exactly what happens, and that's exactly what we need to happen. So that's the scanline effect, and this is the biggest one involved in this project. Again, without this, it just wouldn't look right at all. Now, in the next video, we're going to be doing up the main navigation, because on the active tab in the Pip-Boy, let me zoom out, the active tab is differentiated from the other tabs because it has this little kind of arch or a half bordered box, or half box that has a border on it, however you want to say that. So we need to now implement this style into this nav bar.